Born was an island and grew. Time passed. Sustained by the waters of life, nature flourished. We travel freely from past to future. Ancient ones guarded the spirit and power of this land. Cherished throughout time, Hawaii's richest treasures are precious. A special feeling lingers in the air, awakening the senses. That's when you know you're in paradise. The magic of the land, the Aina, and the spirit of Hawaii's people draw you closer and will always welcome your return.
Aloha, welcome to paradise, to our island of Oahu. I'm Kekoa and this is Malia.
Aloha, come with Kekoa and I as we share our Aloha Aina, our love of the land with you. We'll take you on a thrilling adventure around Oahu to some of the real treasures of Hawaii. The special places and people that you'll see will create memories you'll cherish forever.
It's not just the beauty that makes Hawaii the paradise it is, it's the rich Hawaiian culture that's experiencing a renaissance in our islands.
Hawaii has a mysterious and fascinating history, a proud indigenous heritage of royalty, and a blending of people from around the world. It's been called a rainbow of diversity.
As we visit each of these places, you'll see why we call them the treasures of Hawaii. They've each been awarded the seal of approval by the Oahu Attractions Association. OAA is a non-profit organization unique to Hawaii. It ensures a standard of excellence for these treasures. And as a Hawaiian, I appreciate that because we sincerely want our visitors to take with home the spirit of aloha.
That's so true, Kekoa. And that's what's so beautiful about the Hawaiian culture. And just as special as aloha is a respect for the spirit of place, wahimana.
Aye.
And each of our treasures has its own spirit, its own message, and they weave together the story of Hawaii.
In ancient times, Waikiki was a fertile agricultural center, fed by numerous streams. Waikiki means spouting water. It was a residence and playground for royalty. Here is where the famous Duka Hanamoku once swam, surfed, and paddled. And it's here that our story begins.
In the early 1900s, Waikiki earned its reputation as the most famous beach in the world. Thousands of visitors discovered the magic. Palm trees and hula girls, surfing and beach boys, the sun, the blue sky, the glamorous allure of a tropical fantasy escape. How did they all get here? By boat, of course. 2,000 miles over the vast Pacific Ocean, the link to the rest of the world. And what happened in Hawaii before this image was established? What brought us to this point in history? The soul of Hawaii, found in her ancient culture, goes a lot deeper than all of this. Long before, Over 1,500 years ago, brave Polynesians from the Marquesas crossed the Pacific in double-hulled voyaging canoes, the first people to reach the islands of Hawaii and make them home. They journeyed here by wayfaring, the ancient art of navigating by the stars, ocean currents, the wind, and following the flight of seabirds. The ability of Polynesians to travel such great distances and populate remote islands was a feat of immense importance. It took great knowledge of and harmony with the sea. Located at Pier 7 in Honolulu Harbor, next door to famous Aloha Tower, the Hawaii Maritime Center is devoted to Hawaii's seafaring heritage. With over 40 hands-on displays, from ancient Polynesian voyaging and the art of canoe making to the fateful day of contact with the West in 1778, when Captain James Cook chanced upon the Hawaiian Islands on his voyage of discovery and exploration. Hawaii became a provisioning port to seafaring traders. It was a time of politics and foreigners. The little town grew into a prospering city. In time, the image of Hawaii as a paradise of endless summer drew the first visitors. Hawaii Maritime Center is home to the Falls of Clyde, the world's only four-masted full-rigged ship afloat, a National Historic Landmark. And the Hokulea, meaning Star of Gladness, a recreated Polynesian sailing canoe, was built to perpetuate the ancient art of ocean voyaging. The Hokulea and her crew made history by retracing the route of the ancient Polynesians. Hawaii Maritime Center also focuses on ocean sports like surfing, revealing the mysteries and excitement of our relationship with the sea. The ocean is also a place to slow down, relax, and unwind. As you sail on the richest blue waters with Paradise Cruise, Diamond Head and Oahu's mountain ranges seem timeless. This is what moved Mark Twain to say, "No other land could haunt me through half a lifetime as that one has done." One of the most impressive ways to see Waikiki and the Honolulu landscape by day or by night is aboard the Star of Honolulu. Remember the moments of our history as you cruise through Pearl Harbor. From atop the 60-foot-high observation deck, you're likely to spot dolphins and whales in season. And there's no better way to witness a glorious Hawaiian sunset. The Star's Sunset Dinner Cruise presents first-class romantic dining at sea. The nightly Spirit of America show adds excitement to the menu. Elegant jazz transforms it into another magic night in Hawaii. To match the gentleness of the wind and the rhythm of the sea. Gazing into the blue waters off Waikiki, you might imagine what kind of world lies below. Today, with the help of technology, we can discover the secrets and mysteries of the sea. Atlantis Submarines takes you down to the ancient land of Hawaii, beneath the surface that few have ever seen before. Witness a colorful and amazing realm of undersea life 100 feet below. The pioneer of undersea adventure, Atlantis is the first and most experienced passenger submersible company in the world. Atlantis is part of an ongoing research program with the University of Hawaii to replenish the reef area around Waikiki. The Atlantis artificial reef structures have attracted a huge variety of tropical marine life. A quarter of Hawaii's fish are found nowhere else in the world. You'll marvel at fishes like long-nosed butterfly fish or lau wili wili nuku nuku oi oi, millet seed butterfly fish or lau wili wili, yellow tangs or laui pala, trumpet fish or nunu, schools of ta'ape or blue striped snapper, and many other delightful species. A large shipwreck is now home to a vast assortment of new residents, including a moray eel called Ernie, who watches the whole parade go by. It's about Aloha Aina, or caring for the land and all its creatures, learning to appreciate and take care of them for future generations. The fragile living sea is one of Hawaii's most vital resources. Many of Hawaii's treasures come from the sea. Hawaiians believe that all life began there with the first coral polyp. Coral reefs around the Hawaiian island chain are some of the most beautiful in the world, containing precious corals found only in deep waters. These rare gems are fashioned into works of art. Maui Divers Jewelry Design Center is the largest designer of rare treasures from the deep ocean around Hawaii. Here the fascinating history of coral unfolds, starting in ancient times as a symbol of immortality. You'll discover where these corals are found, how they're collected, and then transformed into exquisite designs by master goldsmiths, all by hand. Inspired by the volcano, black coral is set atop a frame of gold fire. Hawaii's black coral is famous for its high-quality sheen when polished, and is now Hawaii's official state gemstone. The ancient people called it e kaha kumoana, and ground it into a powder to use as medicine. A symbol of paradise, golden maile leaves frame a pearl for the moon and diamonds for the stars. Pink angel skin coral, highly valued around the world, is found in the waters of the Hawaiian archipelago at depths of 1,000 feet and more. A perfect treasure, keepsakes of the islands from the sea. As synonymous with Hawaii as palm trees and breezes, or sunlight on flowers, and pineapple. Pineapple is not native to these islands, so how did it get to be identified as a Hawaiian product? It started in central Oahu near Wahiawa with Jim Dole and the story of the Dole Pineapple Company. Dole planted his first crop in 1900, 30 miles from downtown Honolulu. Hawaiians called pineapple hala kahiki because the strange new fruit resembled the native hala plant with its prickly fruit and leaves used for weaving. Kahiki means foreign place. Pineapple was discovered in Brazil by Christopher Columbus, who introduced it to Europe. 400 years later, it was Jim Dole who believed it could flourish as a commercial crop in Hawaii, as sugarcane had done. Thousands of immigrants from around the world worked the sugar and pineapple plantations. Their children and grandchildren would become some of Hawaii's most prominent citizens and professionals. Today, acres of pineapple blanket Oahu's central plain. Dole Plantation sits in the heart of these fields and allows a first-hand look at this important crop. Here, you can explore scenic vistas of central Oahu by horseback. The plantation garden features different varieties of pineapple from around the world. As a tradition, fresh pineapple juice is given as a symbol of Dole's warm hospitality. Back in Honolulu, at historic Dole Cannery Square, you'll discover how pineapple became a leading crop in Hawaii. An audiovisual presentation tells the story. Jim Dole's company revolutionized the method of canning with the introduction of the amazing Janaka machine. In the 1930s and 40s, a creative advertising campaign made the high quality of Hawaiian pineapple famous worldwide. Today, Dole Cannery Square offers visitors a fascinating array of unique Hawaiian gifts and plenty pineapple. A few blocks from the cannery is downtown Honolulu, a modern cosmopolitan city and a reflection of Hawaii's rich cultural heritage. Historic Honolulu tells of the only royal palace on American soil, great kings and queens, the first Christian settlers, and mysteries of the Orient. Out of this harmony of varying cultures and races, a unique local style has emerged. It includes a wide variety of foods peculiar to Hawaii, and a singular art of dressing casually that had roots way back with the first missionaries who arrived in the early 1820s. These proper New England Christians encouraged native Hawaiians to cover up with a more modest style of clothing. The missionary women sewed together fashions that resembled loosely fitting nightgowns that later evolved into the mu'umu'u. Another island garment, the Aloha shirt, actually evolved in the early 1930s with famous Waikiki Beach Boys. They made the original loose-fitting shirts of Japanese silk glamorous. Pretty soon, everybody wanted one. One of the earliest, most successful manufacturers of Hawaiian wear was a company now known as Hilo Hattie. This company got its name from an extraordinary lady who became the ambassador of Aloha to the rest of the world. Her name was Hilo Hattie, and her humor and genuine Hawaiian hospitality enlivened the traditional Kodak hula show in the 1930s. She was featured in many Hollywood movies and popularized the comic hula style. In 1979, the same year as her passing, she allowed her name to be used by this company, knowing that it would continue to represent all those good qualities of aloha, warmth, and gaiety for which she had become famous. Today, it's the largest manufacturer of aloha wear in the world. As part of the tradition, you can actually watch the fashions as they are designed. A wide variety of Hawaiian gifts can be found here. For 3 decades, they have shared the colorful and vibrant persona which represents Hawaii's lifestyle and aloha spirit. In the late 1800s, a special elegance of dress evolved with Hawaii's kings and queens. The formal version of the mu'umu'u, the holoku, was the style of choice for ladies.
Well, as you can see, Hawaii has many moods and many things to learn about in order to understand her vital spirit.
The art form of hula is a living treasure of music and dance.
Hula and the ancient chant, which had been banned by the missionaries throughout the 19th century, were restored by one of our most beloved monarchs, King David Kalakaua. He was called the Merry Monarch and ruled from 1874 through 1891. There are now over 250 hula halau, or schools, in Hawaii, with festivals like the King Kamehameha Hula competition on Oahu, which takes place every June.
His sister, Queen Liliuokalani, ruled after his death. Our first queen and the last monarch before the Hawaiian government was overthrown in 1893. She also helped revive the Hawaiian language and wrote many beautiful songs, one of which was Aloha Oi.
The burden of change that the monarchs had to carry is an important facet of Hawaiian history.
Hawaii is the only state in the Union with a royal heritage. Our kings and queens were part of a culture and genealogy tracing back to the first gods and goddesses.
Hawaiians loved them because they were the guardians and stewards of the land and people. Our link to the past, to the beginning of time.
Bishop Museum, the State Museum of Natural and Cultural History, holds the world's largest collection of Hawaiian and Pacific artifacts. Founded in 1889 by prominent Honolulu businessman Charles Reed Bishop, it was a memorial to his wife, Bernice Pauahi Bishop, the last direct descendant of King Kamehameha I, the first king and unifier of the Hawaiian Islands. Her collection of treasures includes priceless artifacts of a culture and people that lived in harmony with nature. Dr. Kenneth Emery, the chairman of anthropology at Bishop Museum for over 50 years, began a tradition of archaeological exploration to answer questions locked in the past, forgotten in time. His research helped to scientifically link the cultures of the Pacific. On display in the museum are the trappings of Hawaiian royalty and the legacy of Hawaii's immigrants. Regularly scheduled arts and crafts demonstrations, special events, and exhibits keep the culture alive. The story of Hawaii continues in the world of natural history. Daily planetarium shows focus on the night skies and the wonders of the universe. Exploring Hawaii as only the birds or gods can see is an experience of grandeur. The mountains and valleys of Oahu from high above illustrate the handiwork of two volcanoes and many thousands of years of erosion by wind, rain, and sea. There's only one way to do it. Papillon means butterfly in French, and Papillon Hawaiian Helicopters takes you on the wings of a butterfly to the hidden Oahu to view some of nature's most spectacular features. You'll fly over the Honolulu Plains, once a vast coral reef, Diamond Head a mere cinder cone on the flanks of the gigantic Shield volcano. That volcano built the vast Ko'olau mountain range, where Nu'uanu and the Pali Ridge echo with ancient battles and myths. The passageway to Oahu's windward side. There are miles of rugged coastline where Pele, the volcano goddess, wages an eternal battle with her sister Hi'iaka of the sea. Mighty mountains carved by rain, alive with the power contained in all living things, mana. Because to the Hawaiians, rocks were alive, and each place had its own mana. Only legends could explain the origin of these special areas. If paradise is where heaven and earth meet, this is it. Remote shorelines that can only be seen by air. Acres of sugarcane and pineapple glisten in the sun. Back on the Honolulu side, a highlight of the Papillon adventure, a shrine that many come to Oahu especially to see. The USS Arizona Memorial, operated by the National Park Service, allows us to remember the events of December 7, 1941, the bombing of Pearl Harbor. A shuttle boat takes you from the visitor center to the memorial itself. There, on a wall of marble, are the names of 1,177 sailors and Marines killed aboard the Arizona, the worst naval disaster in American history. The memorial spans the sunken hull of the battleship USS Arizona, a watery grave for the men who perished with her that day. Altogether, 2,395 Americans lost their lives. As headquarters of the Pacific Fleet, the Hawaiian Islands had become a strategic military location. The attack on Pearl Harbor devastated the fleet and drew the United States into World War II the next day. Life in Hawaii was changed forever. The carefree, innocent times of the 30s and early 40s were lost and would never be recaptured. The USS Arizona Memorial commemorates those men who made the ultimate sacrifice for their country. Oil from the sunken vessel continues to seep up to the surface of the waters, considered to be tears of the sailors still entombed. Still the most important military base in the Pacific, Pearl Harbor seems more peaceful now. This is also the home of another naval vessel with many tales to tell. USS Bowfin, one of the few remaining World War II submarines. The attack on Pearl Harbor left one weapon untouched, the submarine. The submarine force, comprising less than 2% of the Navy's fleet, set out to avenge Pearl Harbor. They destroyed 55% of the enemy's shipping and turned the tide of war in the Pacific. The Bowfin's many successes earned her the name the Pearl Harbor Avenger. Launched on December 7, 1942, she sank 44 enemy ships in a 2-year period. Her battle flag tells the story. As you go below deck of this national historic landmark, you'll experience firsthand what it was like for those men who served in one of the most exciting yet dangerous branches of the military. Memories linger in the passageways and haunt the compartments. The adjacent submarine museum traces the history of submersibles from the 4th century BC to the modern nuclear age. On the grounds surrounding the museum are the other displays such as submarine missiles, a Japanese one-man suicide torpedo, and a periscope set to view the Arizona Memorial across the harbor. Monuments to 52 lost World War II submarines, a tribute to more than 3,500 men who gave their lives for the silent service. Oahu's eastern or windward side is black lava rock against turquoise blue ocean, world-class body surfing, natural scenery that will take your breath away. The drive alone from Waikiki is enough to make your visit to Oahu a rewarding experience. Hanauma Bay, an ancient cinder cone, is a marine sanctuary, a haven for snorkelers and sightseers. Recently, an effort has been made on Oahu to protect Hanauma from overuse, so vehicle entry is limited. The fragile Hawaiian ecosystem must be protected so that many more generations can enjoy our islands in the future. The Halona Blowhole is an undersea lava tube that shoots up a geyser with every wave surge. Waves at Makapu'u Bay and Sandy Beach challenge the best local and visiting surfers.
Kekoa? Yeah. Do you know on that tiny stretch of sand is where they filmed From Here to Eternity? Remember that love scene between Burt Lancaster and Deborah Carr?
Sure do.
Oh, so romantic.
It truly is. You know, Malia, this side of the island really puts me in a great mood. More of Hawaii's treasures are found here in the country. The word is ho'omau. It's a Hawaiian word meaning perpetuation. The Poikahiko, or the people of old, practiced methods of conservation long before it was a global issue. They took only what they needed and shared what they had.
And you'll see that the spirit of preserving culture and natural resources is a continuing theme at all of the places we visit.
Ipuaku, ilaila, kamana, uakiopu, mauaika, lahere, uipo.
This area of coastline used to be an ancient Hawaiian fishing village. It's now a preserve for marine life unique to Hawaii. It's a close-up look at our playful friends from the sea. Sea Life Park Hawaii is respected throughout the world for its work with marine mammals. The world's only wallfin, half dolphin, half whale was born here and entertains daily with some of its relatives at the Whalers Cove Show. Dolphins are one of the protective spirit gods or aumakua of certain Hawaiian families. In many myths and stories, the shark aumakua was said to have saved people's lives. At the 300,000-gallon Hawaiian reef tank, you'll come nose to nose with over 4,000 specimens of island reef life. There's a sea lion show, a bird sanctuary, giant sea turtles, and Humboldt penguins that have gotten so comfortable here, they've populated a thriving colony. You can feed some of them with their own special food, of course, and interact with creatures you rarely get to meet. The Sea Life Park caretakers have developed loving relationships with and grown quite attached to their playful friends. On Oahu's windward side, you'll also find green pastures and valleys surrounded by a natural cathedral, the Ko'olau Mountains. It's here at Kualoa Ranch that you'll discover the gentle spirit of Hawaiian country. Aloha Aina, this land is sacred. In ancient times, Hawaiian canoers traveling past lowered their sails in respect. There were few places anywhere in the islands this sacred. One of the largest ancient Hawaiian fish ponds, called Moli'i, is 800 years old and 125 acres. It was said to have been built by the Menehune, Hawaii's legendary little people. Kualoa is now a 4,000-acre working cattle ranch and the home of the traditional Hawaiian cowboy, or paniolo. Visitors can ride horseback through emerald pasture land and groves of wild fruit trees overlooking the ocean. The private trails that wind through 2,000-acre Ka'ava Valley will provide hours of unforgettable pleasure by mountain bike or hiking. Access to Kualoa's private beach is by double-hulled canoe across the ancient fish pond. As you take in the beauty of this secret island, you can enjoy a beach barbecue or go canoeing. A snorkel tour also departs from Secret Island to explore the beautiful reef at Kaneohe Bay. Stroll through luxurious gardens that nurture native Hawaiian plants. The spirit of Kualoa will inspire you into a deeper respect for the soul and power of Hawaii.
Last night.
Why, you were looking for me?
I sure was.
For real?
Yeah. Oh, check it out.
Oh.
Totally awesome. Now this is North Shore. This is the home of the winter swells.
Do you know what I think of when you say North Shore?
What do you think of, Malia?
I think of surfer boys.
Anyway, during the summer months, the waves are calm enough to go snorkeling and swimming in places like Waimea Bay.
But in the winter, it changes to this.
Really? Surfers from around the world, including locals, challenge these waves every day. Like pulling in a tube at Banzai Pipeline, challenging the great walls at Waimea, hot dogging the peak at Kekoa. You can wipe out anywhere.
The North Shore is also known for artists and galleries. Laid-back country towns like Haleiwa. There's also plenty of surf shops, shave ice, and incredible beaches.
For sure.
So, are you ready for some more treasures?
I'm ready. Let's head on.
Okay.
When Captain Cook first encountered the native people of Hawaii, he marveled at the similarity of the peoples of Polynesia. How should we account for a nation having spread itself to so many detached islands, he wondered. He spent 10 years experiencing the Pacific Islands. Today, you can visit all of Polynesia in one day in one place. At the Polynesian Cultural Center on Oahu's North Shore, you'll discover the gathering of South Pacific cultures unprecedented in history. What would take months to experience firsthand even today is gathered into a single day's adventure. The center is dedicated to preserving the heritage of the Polynesian people. On this 42-acre site, the village life of 7 island cultures has been authentically recreated. Tonga, Tahiti, Aotearoa or New Zealand, the Marquesas, Fiji, Samoa, Hawaii. You can explore them by foot or by Polynesian double-hulled canoe and join in their customs and spirit. Relive the entire Polynesian Odyssey through the spectacular magic of IMAX. Feast at a traditional ali'i luau or a fine American buffet. The day culminates in Mana, the spirit of our people, the world's largest and most spectacular Polynesian review. The performers are mostly students from the islands depicted. Their songs and dances were handed down through generations, dating back more than 25 centuries. The genuine love and pride these Polynesians have in their traditional heritage will warm your heart and enliven your spirits. At Waimea Valley, home of Waimea Falls Park, the remarkable beauty and heritage of Hawaii is being preserved. For centuries, native Hawaiians lived in the lush 1,800-acre valley on Oahu's North Shore. Traditionally, Waimea Valley was a residence for kahuna or priests. This heiau or Hawaiian place of worship has been meticulously restored. Several times each day, authentic dances and chants are presented using the art form of hula the way it began, as a reverent telling of stories, passing on a rich poetic tradition. Hawaiians practiced a form of medicine taken from natural sources around them.
Here in the valley of Waimea and also prehistorically in the land known to you as Hawaii, the term kahuna la'aulapa'au means the Hawaiian medicinal herb doctor. And as in all societies, the herb doctor was a very special and very important person.
Learn to make ancient crafts, also fashioned from plants and trees, useful to Hawaiian culture. Within the arboretum and botanical garden, exotic wildlife abounds. Surrounded by the spirit of Waimea, you're drawn closer to become one with the land, the Aina. In Hawaiian legends, the westernmost point of each island was where souls of the departed leapt off into the afterlife, the threshold of another dimension. On Oahu, it was the Waianae coast, where the sun melts into the horizon every evening. Vai means sea, and anai means large fish. The ocean was always generous. A Waianae sunset is the perfect backdrop for a Hawaiian luau. Paradise Cove is a 12-acre private beachfront estate where each night a genuine Hawaiian luau is a celebration shared in the traditional way. Join in the hukilau, pulling the fish nets from the sea. Witness a pageant of culture. Learn ancient games and crafts. A Hawaiian blessing and a sunset imu ceremony. The mood is set for a Hawaiian feast under the stars. In addition to the luau, Paradise Cove presents a spectacular show. The Hawaiian luau is a way of sharing the bounty and blessings of life with family and friends. Every day of life in these islands is a blessing. This is the enchantment of Hawaii.
What you've seen is only a hint of what makes these islands a paradise.
Our hope is that when you visit Hawaii, you be a part of the Hawaiian feeling. And our keiki welcome you too, because it is so alive here. And the one treasure that is the greatest of all is our aloha spirit.
Alo means to face. Ha is the breath of life. We stand face to face and share the breath of life with you. And this is how we say aloha.
Aloha! I love you, Hawaii!